Saturday here at the Western Trails Conference Tournament. Happy to have you along on KNEV TV as we start the day with our 5th place final between the Hemingford Bobcats and the Mitchell Tigers. Let's meet the starters for the visiting Hemingford Bobcats on the scoreboard. For the Bobcats, they'll do it this way. It'll be Dakota Horstman, Tegan Thompson, Kylie Kumpf, Isabella Talon, and Bailey Selman. For the Mitchell girls, home on the scoreboard, it'll be Morgan Pato, the freshman, Kate Pieper, the junior, Reese Sauer, the sophomore, Sophia Pitts, the senior, and Caitlin Keener, the senior as well, rounding out the starting 5 for the Mitchell Tigers as the start is being announced here in the arena on the campus of Western Nebraska Community College. Trayton Harmon, happy to have you along. Our first of 6 today, starting things out with the 2 5th-place games. To follow this, it'll be the Hemingford Bobcats and the Gordon Rushville Mustangs. To follow that, the girls' 3rd-place game between Gordon Rushville and Morrill, and then the boys' 3rd-place game between rival Mitchell and Morrill. Just about set for tip-off here from Cougar Palace. The starters continue to be announced. Glad to have you along. Both Bridgeport and Kimball teams battling for a Western Trails Conference title tonight. Those games start at 5 p.m., 5 and 6:30 for those girls and boys. Starters have been announced. Hemingford wearing their road red uniforms with the white lettering and white numerals with the black outline. And the Mitchell Tigers in their home white uniforms with the orange numerals outlined in black. Hemingford looking for their first win over Mitchell since 2016, where they won 61-53. Head coach for the Mitchell Tigers, Brooke Turk, actually scoring 12 points in that contest as a Hemingford Bobcat, now leading the way for the Mitchell Tigers, who lost 33-32 to number 5 Gordon Rushville at home on Thursday, while Hemingford got to this point by winning in the 5th place championship 33-29 over number 3 Baird, who was eliminated in that yesterday's competition that started our day. It'll be Selman and Pieper facing off in the circle to begin this contest. Ball in the sky, and Selman wins it for the Bobcats. Kumpf will bring it into the front court. On the far side, Thompson, Horstman, down to the left wing. Bounce pass to Selman in the short corner, trying to feed Horstman, cutting to the basket. Got a little too far underneath it. Now Kumpf will take a jumper. It won't go, and Pieper will have it on a bounce for the rebound for the Tigers. Pieper, 2 defenders collapse on her, has to look for an outlet, but she'll be fouled as she goes to the floor. And now Pieper getting helped to her feet by Horstman and her teammate Pato. So Dakota Horstman will pick up her first foul of the contest for the Bobcats, first on either side. As the Mitchell Tigers begin their first offensive possession, Pieper has the ball between the rings, straight away dribbles to the right side into the hands of Pato. Pato brings it back straight away, left side pass Sauer. Sauer to the free throw line, kicks it out to Pieper. Pieper back to straight away. Surveying, left side Keener back out to Pato. Pato right side Pieper as the Tigers just using ball movement trying to find separation. Pato right side Sauer driving from the right side to the hoop. Lefty jumper won't go, pulled down by Selman, who gets tied up with a Tiger, but they're not going to call the jump ball, and Horstman has it in her hands, bringing it into the front court. Talon on the left wing, bounce pass to Kumpf. Kumpf on the left side, back to the top, Thompson. Thompson has it go between her fingertips, flips it back to Selman between the rings. Left side, Kylie Kumpf. Driving the left side of the lane, and she's going to be called for a walk as the Bobcats turn it over on their second possession. Back to the Tigers we go, full court pressure on the way for the Bobcats defensively. Pieper sprinting down the near side, gets it into the hands of Pitts. Pitts pumps the brakes on the right wing, back to Pieper. Pieper left side, Keener. Keener surveys, looking for movement under the hoop, instead feeds Sauer on the right wing. Ball extended over her head, she surveys. Keener back in her hands. Keener surveys, Pieper was open under the basket, missed her, and hands it to Pitts. Pitts at the free throw line, loses it, gets back on top of it. Pieper down the right side now. It's going to be a foul called against Kylie Kumpf, as she'll pick up her first, second as a team for the Bobcats. Autumn Edwards into the contest for Mitchell, takes the place of Sophia Pitts. Pato to trigger it in from the near side, gets it to Pieper. Driving baseline, going to lose it, and it's going to be a turnover for Mitchell as Hemingford gets it back. Mitchell bring out full court pressure of their own to the right side. Talon pushes up the floor. Ball off the fingertips of Thompson. And Pieper will walk away with it, a turnover for the Bobcats at midcourt. Pieper goes up from the right side, no foul call, but Peto's there to clean things up on the rebound. Keener jumper, can't knock it down off the back of the cup. Rebounded by Talon. Talon, 2 defenders collapsing on her, and a foul going to be called on Morgan Peto. Picks up her first of the day for the Mitchell Tigers in this first quarter. Thompson across the timeline with Sauer in her face, gets it to Kumpf cleanly. Kumpf brings it back between the rings. The defense of Edwards tight on her hip. Thompson straight away, still 2 defenders on her. Kumpf now on the right wing, just inside the arc, can't knock down the jumper. It's going to go out of play. Last touched by a Tiger, going to stay with Hemingford underneath their own basket. Bailey Selman will trigger it in from the far side. She surveys, finds Horstman under the hoop, trying to feed it back to Selman. Going to be taken away. Edwards on top of it for the turnover. 2 defenders collapse on her, and a travel going to be called on Edwards as she goes to the floor trying to fall away from the defense of Hemingford. Horstman now, the trigger man on the far side, surveys and throws it right into the hands of Pieper. Ball loose on the floor. And Horstman touched the ball before she can get back into play. It's going to be a turnover for Hemingford after Pieper disrupts the passing lane. Geener surveys, bounce pass into Peto. Peto bounce pass to Edwards, up the floor Sauer. Sauer gets past Selman, down to the left side. Sauer going to pump the brakes, feeds back Peto. Trifecta on the way, can't knock it down, rattles off the iron. Peto tracks down her long rebound on the right wing. Now Pieper has it in her hands. Near the corner, will bring it back up a little closer and eventually straight away. Edwards now uses her dribble. Now Keener on the right wing. Surveys. Left side, Peto. Mitchell trying to find cutters at the hoop. They find Pieper. Pieper can't convert with the left hand. And the ball's knocked out of Keener's hands, but she's the last one to touch it. So Hemingford gets it back, working to the near side. 3 minutes, 2 seconds into this first quarter, seeking our first points in this 5th place contest. In the middle, Talon has it, lost it, ball loose on the floor. Talon kicked away, and it's going to go out of play. Last kicked away by Talon, so turnover for Hemingford. Mitchell gets it back. Keener from the near side, the trigger man. Surveys the floor, long pass up to Sauer. Sauer has it knocked out of her hands by Talon. Ball still loose, finally scooped up by Morgan Peto. Peto feeds Pieper. Pieper, 3 defenders in her face, works to the far side of the floor, crossover move to get across the timeline. Pieper down the right side, she's going to be fouled if she flings up a layup. Won't go, but she's coming to the line for 2. Looks like Isabella Talon going to pick up the foul. That is the case. So Talon picks up her first of the contest, 3rd for the team for the Bobcats, and Kate Pieper to the line, the junior, 55% on the year coming into today's contest. First on the way, knocks it down. First points of the contest. Mitchell has a 1-0 lead as Sorensen checks into the contest to replace Talon. Pieper back at the line, fires with the right hand. Second one rattles out of the cup, rebounded by Keener for the O board for the Tigers as they maintain possession. Peto to Edwards. Autumn Edwards with Kumpf playing defense. Now a jump ball going to be called as Kumpf and Edwards get tied up. Going to stay with Mitchell on the far side of the floor. Evelyn Morales into the contest for Mitchell. She'll take the place of Autumn Edwards. Morgan Peto to inbound the ball and gets it to the newly checked in Morales. Who brings it back to straightaway between the rings. Left side, Caitlin Keener. Keener now uses her dribble, bounce past Peto. Peto surveys, looking for a cutter. She finds Sauer. Sauer from the right side, going to be fouled as she goes up for the layup. Horstman going to pick up her second. So second trip to the line in consecutive possessions for the Mitchell Tigers. They lead it 1-0. Reese Sauer to the line. Lefty Faribi won't go. Talon back into the contest, takes the place of Horstman for Hemingford, and Sauer back to the line. Sauer second on the way, can't knock it down. Score remains 1-0 as Kumpf comes away with the rebound defensively for the Bobcats. Selman now has it, feeds it up the floor to Thompson. Thompson to Kumpf. Kumpf in the short corner will heave a jumper and knocks it straight through the nylon. First field goal of the contest gives the Bobcats the 2-1 lead. Now Pieper working quickly from the right side. She'll be fouled hard as she goes to the floor. She's coming back to the line once again. And we reach the bonus mark here in the first quarter for the Mitchell Tigers. Hemingford picking up their 5th as a team. That foul going to go against Tegan Thompson as she picks up her 2nd. Second trip to the line of this first quarter for Kate Pieper. Knocks down the first shot from the charity stripe. Now it's knotted back up 2 apiece. Thompson to the sideline, Eris McLaren in. Pieper back to the line, her 2nd on the way, knocks it right through the nylon. It's 3-2, Mitchell on top by 1. More than halfway through this first quarter. McLaren feeds Talon. Talon down the near side, feeds into the corner, Selman. Selman over the top pass, trying to find Sorensen on the right block. She connects, feeds back to Kumpf. Kumpf's jumper, straight through the nylon. 2nd jumper knocked down for Kylie Kumpf from exactly that spot in this first quarter. Hemingford back on top, 4-3. And now foul going to be called on the far side as Kylie Kumpf going to pick up her 2nd on the push on the far side. And we're in the bonus. So Reese Sauer coming to the line for 2. Shirley Schwery will check into the contest for Mitchell at the next break after the first free throw from Sauer, her 2nd trip to the line. Can knock down the next one off the back of the cup. 0-for-3 to begin this first quarter for Sauer. Keener out of the contest. Schwery in. Reese Sauers can't knock that one down off the back of the cup either. 0-for-4 to begin this first quarter, but she's able to track down a rebound. Pato now jumper from the right elbow. Can't knock it down. Left it short. Ball being batted around. Eventually going to be gathered underneath the hoop, but stepping on the line is Evelyn Morales. Turnover for the Mitchell Tigers. 4-3, Hemingford leads it by 1 in this first quarter of action in this Western Trails Conference 5th place contest. Kampf gets it to Talon. Talon working against Morales, gets a screen from Selman to get across the timeline cleanly. Now feeds McLaren wide open on the left side of the hoop, and she lays it over the front of the iron for 2. Eris McLaren's first field goal of the contest. Hemingford by 3. Pieper from the right block uses the inside of the iron to lay that one in. Her first field goal of the contest makes it 6-5. Mitchell trailing now just by 1. Jade Sorensen feeds across the floor, going to throw it into the scorer's table. Turnover for Hemingford in the backcourt. Mitchell gets it right back. And a timeout for the Hemingford Bobcats. We take one with them, leading at 6-5 over the Mitchell Tigers.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEV.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Back with you after the Hemingford timeout. The Bobcats leading at 6-5 over the Mitchell Tigers in this 5th place contest in the Western Trails Conference Tournament. Morales drives baseline, has it blocked out of her hands. McLaren comes away with it for the turnover. Feeds up the floor to Jade Sorensen, who gets ran into by Jolie Schwery. No foul called, ball loose on the floor. And now jump ball going to be called, going to stay with the Bobcats. So Eris McLaren will trigger it in from the far side. She surveys, feeds Selman in the corner. Selman will take the jumper, can knock it down from beyond the arc. Pitts has it on a bounce on the left side of the lane. Pieper feeds up the floor. Morales driving inside the arc down to the right baseline. Pumps the brakes. 3 defenders collapse on her, and a jump ball going to be called as Selman gets tied up with Morales. It'll stay with the Mitchell Tigers on that side of the floor. Pato to trigger it in, surveys, gets it into to Pitts. Pitts, shot blocked away, rebounded by Sorensen on the left side of the lane. And Pitts pulls away before she can commit the foul. Talon into the front court, left side on the wing. Flips to Kump. Kump will step into a long two. Can't knock it down off the back of the cup. Rolls over into the hands of Selman. Selman put back, won't go. Ripped down by Pitts in the middle of the lane on the rebound. Pieper pushing the tempo down the right side once again. Pumps the brakes just inside the arc. Feeds Schwery. Schwery can't get it to go. Rebounded by Selman in the middle of the lane. 6-5, Hemingford leads. They return to offense. Near side, Kylie Kump has it in her hands. Talon, ball batted back into her hands on a pass as Pitts knocks it into her hands. Selman now jumper from the right elbow. She banks it in. Bailey Selman's first field goal. It's 8-5. 1:30 on the clock in this first. Hemingford by 3. Pieper to Pato. Pato right side back to Pieper. Into the corner, Morales. Morales back to Pieper. They'll work it around the horn, back straight away. Pato, who'll dribble down to the right wing. Over the top pass, Pieper. Pieper just inside the arc, brings it back straight away. Pulls it back beyond the arc where she picks up her dribble, flips it to Schwery into the corner. Pato, long two on the way just inside the arc, rolls over the back of the cup. Rebounded by Jade Sorensen for Hemingford on the left side of the lane. Sorensen pumps the brakes right at midcourt, feeds McLaren. McLaren to Talon. Talon steps into a long two with a lefty jump. Can't get it to go as it was blocked away. Selman comes down with it and she's fouled as she goes back up. So Mitchell will pick up their second team foul. It'll be Kate Pieper picking up the foul.
Foul's on number 3 for Mitchell. Kate Pieper, her first. Bailey Selman at the line for Hemingford.
So Selman to the line. For the first time today, can't knock down the first with the right hand. 2 for 4 in yesterday's contest against Baird to open the day. Kumpf to the bench alongside McLaren. Hitchcock in there for Hemingford. And Selman can't knock down the second, also into the contest for Hemingford. That's Taylor Swanson. Down the floor, Morales has it in the corner, feeds back to Sauer, who also checked into the contest. Right side, Pato. Pato looks low, jumper from the baseline, won't get it to go, ripped down by Hitchcock. Hitchcock feeds to Talon. Ten-second separate shot and game clock. Far side, Sorensen. Sorensen right wing. Getting some separation from Morales. Now Selman on the right wing. Sorensen now has it in the corner. Uses her dribble. 2 defenders collapse. Throws it into the knee of Pitts. And it goes off of a Tiger. Going to stay with Hemingford. Amy Morales out there for the Mitchell Tigers as well. Selman to Talon. Talon 3 with a lefty jump. Can't get it to go. And it's going to be rebounded on a bounce by Schwery underneath the hoop. Pato down the right side, going to lay it off the side of the iron. It won't go. Talon comes away with the rebound on a bounce from the right side. 8-5, 8 seconds on the clock. Talon dribbles down to the left wing, feeds to Selman in the short corner. Back to the top. Swanson going to heave a 3, and she can't knock it down as the first quarter comes to a close. And we head to the second with the Hemingford Bobcats leading it 8-5 over the Mitchell Tigers here in the Western Trails Conference Tournament Girls 5th place game.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
Trey Harmon back with you for the second quarter of this Western Trails Conference Girls 5th place game between the Mitchell Tigers and the Hemingford Bobcats. Out of the quarter break, the Hemingford Bobcats will have it working from right to left to begin the second quarter. Dakota Horseman will trigger it in. Tegan Thompson awaiting it in the backcourt. She'll do the duties, gets a screen from Horstman, brings it down the near side, now feeds across the floor to Kumpf. Kumpf, head fake back to Thompson. Thompson drives down the right side, pulls it back beyond the arc, picks up her dribble. Kumpf back to straight away. Bounce pass back to Thompson. Thompson takes one dribble inside the arc, back to Kumpf. Kumpf feeds down low, trying to find Swanson. They can't connect. That was tipped away by a Tiger, going to stay with Hemingford under the hoop. Swanson will trigger it in, gets it to Kumpf on the left wing. Kumpf takes a couple dribbles inside the arc, heaves up a shot, partially deflected maybe. Officials weren't sure, so they're going to give it to the Mitchell Tigers. Sauer across the timeline, feeds Amy Morales. Morales back to Morales. And now ball stolen away, Dakota Horstman rips it away from Amy Morales. Thompson down the left side now from the left side with the right hand. Can't get it to drop, and Schwery going to come down with the rebound for the Tigers as they're back to offense with Sauer up the floor. Pato takes a couple of dribbles inside the lane. Can't get it to go. Left it to the left of the rim. Comes away with the rebound, does Reese Sauer. Going to stay with the Mitchell Tigers as Hemingford bats away the pass. Kate Pieper back into the contest for Mitchell, takes the place of Morgan Pato. On the floor for the Mitchell Tigers, it's Pieper, Amy Morales, Sauer, Schwery, and Pitts. Schwery pops off a jumper, can't get it to go too strong off the back of the glass. Now it's back in her hands after Sauer tracks down the rebound. Left side, Sauer has it back in her hands as she drives baseline. Lefty jumper, left of the little weak. Schwery comes down with it, and she's coming to the line for two as she's fouled on the putback. Going to go against Swanson for Hemingford. She picks up her first. So Jolie Schwery to the line. The junior fires her first, and she will knock it down after it kind of died on the back of the cup and fell down. First points of the second quarter. Makes it 8-6. Schwery back at the line, knocks down the second as she is perfect to begin her day. 8-7, 1 point advantage for Hemingford as they return to the offensive side of the floor. Horstman to Thompson. Thompson feeds Hitchcock. Hitchcock has it batted away, and it's going to go into the bleachers. Going to stay with the Bobcats. 8-7, the score. Hitchcock will trigger it in, gets it to Horstman. Horstman surveys, throws it right into the hands of Reese Sauer at the left elbow. Sauer pumps the brakes and feeds Morales on the near side. Wide open underneath the hoop is Pieper. Pieper's reverse layup is good from the right side. Pieper up to 7 in the first half. Mitchell back in front, 9-8. Hemingford back to offense now trailing. Horstman gets a screen from Hitchcock. Drives down towards the corner. Bounce pass inside Thompson. Defenders collapse on her. She's going to try and pull away, and now a travel going to be called on Thompson as she was trying to pull away from Mitchell defenders but couldn't keep her feet. Talon and Selman back into the contest for Hitchcock and Swanson. On the floor for Hemingford, it's Dakota Horstman, Kylie Kumpf, Tegan Thompson, Isabella Talon, and Bailey Selman. Left side, Amy Morales feeds Schwery at the left elbow, feeds down to Pitts. Pitts back to Morales, straight away Sauer. Back to Morales, long two on the way, foot just inside the line, ripped down by Selman after it doesn't drop in the middle of the lane. Thompson now across the timeline for the Bobcats, feeds Selman on the far side. Selman takes one dribble, picks it up, tries to feed Horstman in the middle of the lane, goes in and out of her hands, and Kumpf fires a jumper. Won't get it to go, ball batted around, still loose. Morales finally picks it up on the rebound for the Tigers and feeds Pieper on the far side. Pieper pushing the tempo, two defenders in her face, can't get it to go from the left side. And now Kumpf going to come down with the rebound for Hemingford, and now foul going to be called. Looks like Kate Pieper, the guilty party. If it is the case, it'll be her second, and it is. Keener and Pato back into the contest for Schwery and Morales. Entry pass to Selman's deflected. Horstman scoops it up in the corner. Back to the middle of the lane, trying to find Kumpf cutting towards the hoop. Can't get it to go, but Thompson tracks down on the far side. Selman feeds across the floor to Kumpf. Kumpf from the left side drives. Can't get it to go too strong. Pato rips it down on the rebound for the Tigers and feeds Pieper. Pieper right side Pitts. Pitts to Sowers. Lefty jumper from the right side. Can't go. Keener comes down with it. She's fouled as she goes up from the left side. Looked like Selman was there for the Tigers. That is the case, as Bailey Selman will pick up the foul, her first of the contest. Caitlin Keener to the line, can't knock it down. Keener back to the line, can't knock down the second. As the scoreboard now is fixed, red 11-9 for a minute. Right side, Pieper in the short corner, looking for a passing lane. Defender collapsing on her, and Talon trying to feed inside to Pitts. And a timeout by Mitchell head coach Brooke Turek will take one with him. Tigers leading at 9-8 over the Bobcats here on KNEB TV.
Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Western Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Mitchell Tigers use their first time out of the contest. They lead at 9-8 over the Hemingford Bobcats. Out of the timeout, the head coach Brooke Turek. The Tigers will have it on offense. Caitlin Keener will trigger it in underneath her hoop. Coach Brooke Turek barking out instructions, reminding her senior not to force it if nothing's there. She'll look, feed it into Morgan Pato on a bounce, back to Keener. Keener from the right side, lays it in from the right side. Caitlin Keener's first two of the contest extends Mitchell's lead to 3, 11-8. Horseman across the timeline gets a screen from Talon. Horseman pumps the brakes, feeds Thompson. Thompson steps into a three, can't knock it down, swirls out of the iron, rebounded by Kate Pieper on the left side. She'll push the tempo with a defender in her face, gets by her. Right side, Keener. Keener pumps the brakes down the right side of the lane, back to Pato. Pato, three on the way, swirls out of the iron. Batted way out of Selman on the rebound, going to throw it. Trying to throw it into the feet of Pitts. They signal that that ball stays with Mitchell, but now it's going to go to the Bobcats. Horseman, left side cuff. Right elbow, jumper on the way for Talon. Falls through the iron after it swirled around for a second. Isabella Talon, first field goal. Makes it 11-10. 1 point advantage for Mitchell as they return to offense. Sauer on the left side. Almost lost it, tracks it down before it can get across the timeline. Sauer right side, Pato. Pato feeds down to Keener. Keener on the right side, two defenders, and she'll throw it away, trying to link up with Pitts on the near side. Rolls out of bounds, Mitchell turns it over. Hemingford back to offense, trailing now just by 1. Thompson pushes up the floor. Talon left wing, dribbles down towards the corner, just inside the arc. Down low, Selman from Thompson. Selman will step into a three, knocks it down from the left side. Bailey Selman, first three-pointer of either side. Hemingford in front, 13-11. Pato right side, back the top. Sauer. Keener, left elbow, now beyond the arc as she steps into it. Takes a couple of dribbles, right side, Pitts. Pitts surveys. Looking for a cutting Pieper, nothing there, she's straight away. Right side, Sauer able to track it down. Almost has it knocked away by Talon. Now she's going to dribble it off of her own foot and it'll go out of play. Mitchell turns it over. 13-11 the score. Autumn Edwards into the contest for Mitchell. She'll take Sophia Pitts' place on the floor for Mitchell. It's Sauer, Pieper, Edwards, Keener, and Pato. For Hemingford, it's Horstman, Talon, Kumpf, Thompson, and Selman. Bounce pass. Kumpf feeds across the lane. Thompson's jumper off the inside of the iron. It won't go. Rebounded by Autumn Edwards under the hoop, who pushes to Pieper. Pieper down the right side has a step on Horstman. Lays it in from the right side, but she's fouled as she goes up as the layup doesn't drop. So Kate Pieper coming to the line. Horstman picking up the foul. Picks up her third of the contest. Check that. They will give that to Dakota Horstman. It'll be her first, however. Check that, her second, however. 1-3, the foul mark as Pieper comes to the line after being fouled. Pieper knocks down the first. She's up to 8 in the contest as Jade Sorensen takes the place of Dakota Horstman. Chance to tie up this contest now at the line. Pieper fires the second with the right hand off the front of the iron. Ball batted around, rebounded offensively by Autumn Edwards. Pieper has it back in her hands on the right wing. 13-12, Hemingford leads by 1. Sauer across the lane, a travel going to be called as Sauer started walking before she could fire that pass to a cutting Edwards on the opposite side. Turnover Mitchell. Hemingford has it back with a 1-point lead. Talon across the timeline. Left side, Sorensen. Sorensen steps inside the arc. She'll take a jumper, knocks it off the side of the iron, but she'll be fouled by Edwards, who collapsed on her. So Autumn Edwards looks like she'll pick up her first. That is the case.
Foul number 13 for Mitchell. Autumn Edwards sets her first.
So we're going to say they're shooting 2.
That'll send Hemingford's number 2, Jake Sorensen, to the line.
Sorensen can't convert on the first. Second on the way for the freshman. She converts. Sorensen's first point of the contest. Sauer down the near side, almost lost it. Got stuck to the hip for a second. Bounce past Keener, left elbow. Her jumper blocked away by Salmon, batted into the hands of Sauer. Mitchell maintains possession. Pato has it straight away. Back to Keener on the left elbow. Hand off to Pato. Pato down the right side, has an open lane, but she'll be fouled as 2 defenders collapse. Looks like Kylie Kumpf going to pick up the foul. That will be her third. The 4th for Hemingford as a team. And Morgan Pato to the line. Pato's first freebie knocked down. She has her first points of the contest as Eris McLaren takes the place of Kylie Kumpf. Pato second on the way. She ties this game up 14 apiece as she goes perfect in her first appearance at the charity stripe. 14-14, we're knotted up with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Talon has it. She'll dribble to the left wing. 2 defenders waiting for her. Pieper sticks with her. Talon picks it up. Skip pass to Sorensen. Bounce pass to the corner. Selman. Selman will take a long 2. Off the side of the glass. It won't go. Ball batted out of play. And Mitchell will get possession after it was batted away by Hemingford out of play. Knotted up, 1:45 to go in this first half. Pieper into the front court for the Mitchell Tigers. Passes left to Sauer. Sauer ball extended over her head beyond the college arc. She'll take one dribble, feed Pieper, low pass, Pieper corrals. Right side, Autumn Edwards into the corner, Pato. Pato surveys. Back to the top, Keener. Keener, long pass, Sauer overshoots her, and it'll go into the Hemingford bench. Hemingford gets it back, 1:25 to play. Talon across the timeline for the Bobcats. Left side, Jade Sorensen dribbles to the free throw line where she dishes to Thompson on the right wing. Into the corner, Selman. Thought about a short corner too, won't take it. Feeds across the lane to McLaren. Eris McLaren will lose the ball, but a foul going to be called on Autumn Edwards. That's her second of the contest. Mitchell's third as a team. Evelyn Morales into the contest for Mitchell. She'll take the place of Reese Sauer. McLaren to trigger it in on a bounce pass to Talon. Ball batted away, intended for McLaren, but she comes away with it. Throws up a shot, ripped down by Pato, who feeds Pieper. Pieper, right side, pumps the brakes near the block. 2 defenders collapse on her. She tries to throw it off of a Bobcat. She will. It'll stay with the Tigers as they get a set play from the baseline. 55 seconds remain on the game clock, 27 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Morgan Pato, the trigger man, gets it to Morales, left side. She'll pass it now into the corner. Pato can knock down the 3. Ball batted around. They're going to be scooped up on a bounce by Eris McLaren on the right side, just beyond the block. She'll push the tempo on the far side of the floor, pumps the brakes on the right wing, picks up her dribble. Right side pass, Thompson. Thompson has the ball knocked out of her hands. Last touch by Bobcat. Turnover. Back to the Tigers it goes. Now Ellison Pato will check into the contest, replaces Kate Pieper. 14 seconds, or 14 points, all knotted up. 37 seconds to play. About a 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Left side pass, Morales. Morales, bounce pass, Pato. Morgan to Ellie Pato. Pato back to Morgan, now Morales. Morales drives baseline, picks up her dribble, almost goes to the floor, able to keep her feet, feeds Keener. Now Morgan Pato to Ellie Pato on the right wing. She'll heave a three, can't knock it down. Ball batted around in the middle of the lane. Sorensen almost has it knocked out of her hand. She corrals. 11 seconds on the clock, down to 10. Right side. Now back to Sorensen. Sorensen bounce past Talon. Talon lefty three at the buzzer. Won't be able to get it to go. And now push underneath the basket going to be called. That's going to be called on Eris McLaren. She'll pick up her first on the offensive foul. And we're also shooting freebies as we reach the bonus mark. So Mitchell with a chance to take the lead at the end of the first half as they're coming to the line and shooting two. See who was fouled for Mitchell. Looks like it's going to be Morgan Pato at the line.
Fouls on number 22 for Hemingford. Eris McLaren, that's her first.
So Morgan Pato to the line, 2 for 2 in her first appearance. Back to the line she goes, 69% free throw shooter on the season. Fires the first, knocks it down. So Mitchell back to the outright lead, 15-14 over Hemingford.
Morgan Pato off the line for Mitchell.
Pato back to the line, her second. And she's going to step across the line, so freebie won't go. And Mitchell will have to settle for one at the end of this first half. 2.5 seconds left on the clock. Hemingford will get a chance as Mitchell clears out the backcourt. Ball rolling, rolling, rolling. Evelyn Morales going to scoop it up. She's going to be fouled, and now Mitchell going to get another chance at the line as Hemingford asleep at the wheel on that play, trying to save clock. So Tegan Thompson picks up the foul. That's her third. And now Evelyn Morales to the line as Mitchell will vacate the lane. 0.8 seconds on the clock. Evelyn Morales leads the team in free throw percentage, 79% on the season. Can't knock down the first. Swanson back in the contest for Hemingford, replaces Thompson. Morales is second, straight through the cylinder, and Mitchell out. Now is a 2-point lead heading into the half, and that is where it will stand. Evelyn Morales knocks down her second kick to give the Mitchell Tigers the 16-14 lead at the half in this girls' fifth place game in the Western Trails Conference Tournament. We'll step aside when we come back, take a look at some halftime stats. This is KNEB TV.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Allo.
Business services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Are you tired of being tired? Sweet Dream Sleep in Gering is ready to help you wake up feeling refreshed. Dr. Brittany Meyer provides consultation for both children and adults to identify sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, insomnia, periodic limb movement, and more. Dr. Meyer and her nurse practitioner manage treatment with follow-ups using in-person office visits and telemedicine to navigate insurance requirements. No referral is necessary. Sweet Dream Sleep Services. Better sleep, better health.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scotts Bluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff.
Trent Harmon back with you at the half of this girls' fifth place contest to kick off our day at the Western Trails Conference Tournament Championship Saturday. Bridgeport and Campbell battling later tonight in both boys and girls championship games. But for now, our attention on this fifth place game. Let's go ahead and look at our scores in the first half. First for the Mitchell Tigers, leading at 16-14 over the Hemingford Bobcats. They're paced by Kate Peepers, 8 points, 3 points for Morgan Pato, all at the line. And 2 apiece for Sophia Pitts, Caitlin Keener, and 1 for Evelyn Morales, who ended the first half with a made freebie at the line to give the Tigers this 1-point lead. For the Hemingford Bobcats, leading the way, Bailey Selman has 5, including the only 3-pointer of this contest. Kylie Kumpf has 4, all back in that first quarter. 2 for Isabella Talon and Eris McLaren. 1 for Jade Sorensen coming at the line to round out the scoring for the Bobcats, who are seeking their first win over the Mitchell Tigers since 2016, when head coach for the Mitchell Tigers, Brooke Turek, was a member of that Hemingford Bobcat team. Scored 12 points in that contest, if you're wondering as well. Our next game to follow, it'll be the Hemingford Bobcat boys and the Gordon Rushville Mustangs facing off after Gordon Rushville knocked off number 7 Baird yesterday 59-39. And the Hemingford Bobcats here after falling to Mitchell back on Thursday in opening round play. We step aside when we come back. Second half of action coming your way next. This is the Western Trails Conference Tournament on KNEB TV.
25 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Are new windows from Renewal by Andersen a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Andersen right now? Do the math. Renewal by Andersen windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Andersen, a great investment? You're darn right.
But yeah, I love working on the grill. I'll flip my burgers and season them. I press them again. It's just really satisfying seeing how beautiful they turn out. Quite honestly, when I'm on the grill, we should really be charging double with the quality and love that I put into them.
Welcome back to the second half of our fifth place girls game here in the Western Trails Conference Tournament. Mitchell will have it working now from right to left to begin the second half. Hemingford from left to right. Evelyn Morales brings it into the front court. She'll dribble to her right side, hand off to Pato. Pato surveys with the ball over her head. Feeds a cutting peeper at the hoop. She lays it up and in, underhanded on the right side for the first 2 points of the second half as the Tigers come out swinging to open up the second half of action. 18-14, 4-point advantage for the Tigers. Straight away, Talon takes a couple of dribbles, feeds left side. Kumpf fires a three, rattles out of the iron and falls into the hands of Thompson on the offensive rebound, who will quickly be fouled as she got underneath Caitlin Keener and had an arm collapse down on her. As Keener will pick up her first of the contest, first of the second half for the Tigers. So Tegan Thompson to the line for the first time today, the sophomore. 60%, make it 50% free throw shooter on the season, can't convert the first. Statistics would say that the second one's almost a guarantee. Thompson second, straight through the cylinder as she adds to Hemingford's total here in the second half. Trail Mitchell by 3 as the Tigers return to offense. Morales right side. Keener turns around just at the last second to catch that ball. Pato in the corner, back to the top. Morales on the college arc. She stands, takes one dribble left side. Pieper pumps the brakes, picks up her dribble, surveys, has to get rid of the ball, does to Morales between the rings. Right side, Keener. Keener beyond the college arc, surveys. Getting space from Selman, skip past Pato. Morgan Pato brings it back to the right elbow, flips to Keener. Keener just inside the yard, knocks down a long two. Caitlin Keener up to 4. First points of the second half for her. They lead at 20-15 over the Bobcats. Hemingford back to offense. Horstman left side, Selman. Selman's long jumper. Nothing but air underneath it. Just touched the bottom of the net. As the ball batted back into play, and Talon has it. Thompson, free throw line, tied up with Morales. Feeds back to Talon. Left side, Selman just inside the arc, 2. Knocks that one down. 17, make it 20-17. 6:30 on the clock. Pieper kicks out Morales in the corner. Keener, her short jumper won't go. Rebounded by Pitts on the opposite side of the lane. Pato kicks back to Morales. Morales right side, Pieper. Pieper surveys standing on the arc, directs traffic with the right hand, now dribbles with the left, driving inside, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Kumpf. Hemingford returns to offense. Thompson into the front court. Left side pass, Talon, bounce pass, Selman. Hemingford resets the offense to the right side. Horstman thought about stepping into a 3, instead she'll drive the lane. Blocked away by Caitlin Keener, cleanly trying to feed Pieper. She does as she corrals. Talon on her left hip, lays in from the right side, and it drops. Kate Pieper, 2 field goals in this third quarter. Mitchell extends their lead to 5, 22-17, Hemingford trailing. Talon, left elbow, bounce pass, feeds Selman on the baseline. Horstman out at the left elbow, gets bumped into as she feeds Selman. Talon, back to Thompson. Thompson fakes right now, goes left, kick back to Talon. College 3 on the way, leaves it short. Ball on a bounce is going to be rebounded by Pitts. And she's going to be fouled by Kylie Kumpf, who's going to pick up her 4th. First foul of the second half for the Bobcats, as Kylie Kumpf once again picks up her 4th. Jade Sorensen into the contest for the Bobcats, takes the place of Kylie Kumpf. On the floor for the Bobcats, it's Sorensen, Talon, Thompson, Selman, and Horstman. For the Tigers, it's Pieper, Morales, Pitts, and Pato. Keener out there as well as Morales fires a 3, rattles the front of the iron, rebounded by Pieper. Pieper's jumper from the right side, straight through on the putback. Kate Pieper, 8 in the first half, 6 here in the third. 24-17 as Pieper finding her stride. Thompson, right elbow, bounce pass. Now back to straightaway, left side, Horseman just inside the arc. Selman on the left side, back to Talon just inside the arc 2. Can't knock it down off the front of the iron, and Pato going to come down with the rebound on the far side. Feeds Keener, now Morales will do the duties across the timeline. Right side pass, Pieper. Pieper to the baseline, kicks out Pato. Pato inside the arc, jumper, gets it to go through the nylon. Pato up to 5, and a timeout on the floor by the Hemingford Bobcats. We take one with them. Mitchell leading it 26-17 on KNEB TV.
Conference basketball tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Shane Harmon back with you after the Hemingford timeout. They have 3 remaining, and they'll have it out of the timeout. Isabella Talon will trigger it in on the near side. Dakota Horseman waiting in the backcourt as the Tigers return to the floor. Sorensen has it right side as the Bobcats begin their first possession after the timeout. Sorensen on the right block, going to get tied up with a couple of defenders, and Reese Sauer going to get tied up for a jump ball with Tegan Thompson. It'll stay with the Bobcats on their side of the floor. Out of the timeout on the floor for Mitchell, it's Jolie Schwery, Morgan Pato, Reese Sauer, Evelyn Morales, and Kate Pieper, who will pick up a foul as we say her name. That's her 3rd of the contest. Mitchell's 2nd as a team in this 3rd quarter. On the floor for Hemingford, it's Sorensen, Horstman, Thompson, Talon, and Selman. Thompson to the line. Her first knocks it down.
Tegan Thompson shooting at the line for Hemingford.
Thompson's second on the way, rattles the iron and falls through. Thompson now 3 for 4 in the contest from the charity stripe. Mitchell back to offense with a 7-point advantage. Left side, Morales. Morales bounce pass. Keeper from the baseline. Her runner won't go as she's fouled. See who the guilty party is. Thompson hobbling away from the play. It's going to go against Isabella Talon, her second of the contest. Second for Hemingford in the quarter.
Izzy Talon for Hemingford for second.
Kate Pieper back to the line. No stranger to it in this contest. Her fourth appearance. Can't knock down the first. Sophia Pitts into the contest. Replaces Evelyn Morales. Pieper's righty freebie knocks down the second. That brings her tally to 15 in the game, 7 in this third quarter. Long pass, Sorensen has it right wing. Sorensen pulls it back from beyond the arc. Horstman back to the top, Thompson. Thompson, Sorensen looking for separation at the right elbow. Bounce pass to Thompson, Thompson straight away. Left side, Talon down low, Horstman on the baseline. Her jumper from the left hand won't go. And batted out of play. Last touch by Pato with Mitchell. Ball will stay with the Bobcats under the hoop. Amy Morales will check into the contest for Mitchell. Takes the place of Kate Pieper.
Checking in for Mitchell, number 32, Amy Morales.
Selman surveys from the baseline. Ball tipped into the sky. Amy Morales checks it and the ball finds her. Working against Horstman now. Trying to find an outlet. She'll push it up the floor to Pato as she gets separation. Pato down low to Schwery. Schwery digging in. Can't get it to go as it's blocked away. Will stay with Mitchell underneath their own hoop. Pato to Reese Sauer, who will be fouled if she goes up right after the inbound by Selman. So Bailey Selman will pick up her second. Third for the Bobcats. Second for Selman. They're going to say that's Selman's first, excuse me. Pato's first freebie, knocks it through. Eris McLaren into the contest in place of Isabella Talon. Also to the bench, Bailey Selman for Hitchcock. 28-19, 9-point advantage for Mitchell. As Sauer back to the line, knocks down her second, breaking a bad streak of missing her first 4. She's made 2 in a row now, 2 for 6 in the contest. 29-19, 10-point advantage for the Tigers. Horstman left side at McLaren. McLaren, 2 defenders surrounding her to the top. Thrown away. Sauer with the interception, trying to go coast to coast. Transitions to the left side, lays it in easily with the left hand. As Reese Sauer quickly brings her total to 4 after having nothing in the first half. 31-19, now a 12-point advantage for the Tigers. Hitchcock left side, McLaren steps into a 3, can't knock it down, leaves it short. Rebounded by Pitts, right back where it came from for Mitchell. Schwery to Amy Morales. Morales looks up the floor, she'll pump the brakes just near the timeline. Now Pato will have it on a low pass. Underneath, Pitts on the left side, picks up her dribble on the left side of the lane, ball into the sky, batted away from Horstman by Pato. And Pato goes into the bleachers trying to save the ball. Ball will go to the Bobcats on the Mitchell turnover. Trying to summon a 12-point disadvantage are the Bobcats as they return to offense. McLaren on the left wing. That's going to be stolen away by Amy Morales. Pushes up the floor to Reese Sauer. Sauer trying to go coast to coast again. She'll throw it into the bottom of the iron. Will be picked up on a bounce by Thompson. Thompson feeds Horstman. Horstman left side, McLaren. McLaren back to Horstman. Horstman almost loses it. Now she will. Morales batted it around. Now she's back on top of it looking for an outlet. She'll just have to dribble and feed up the floor to Pitts. Sophia Pitts going to have it knocked away, but Pato there to clean things up for the Tigers. Morales left side, down low, Pitts in the short corner. She surveys. Pitts bounce pass inside to Schwery, who will be fouled. So Jolie Schwery to the line for 2. That'll be Eris McLaren picking up her second. 4th team foul for the Bobcats. Ellie Pato waiting to check in for Mitchell. As Schwery fires her first, it won't go. To the bench for the Bobcats goes Thompson, Sorensen, and Horstman into the contest. Swanson, Talon, and Selman. Selman stepped into the lane early, so Schwery will get a redo. Nothing but smiles on the faces of the Bobcats. As she was just teetering, falling into the lane. It was a matter of time. Schwery with a second chance, knocks it down. Her first point of the contest, 32-19. Mitchell now leads 13. Talon, McLaren. McLaren down low, Selman. Selman surveys, has nowhere to go, kicks it out. McLaren, jumper from the corner, knocks it down. Eris McLaren up to 4 in the contest. Knocks down that jumper from just inside the arc, 32-21. Mitchell lead now 11. Right side, Ellie Pato. Pato feeds Pitts on the baseline. Pitts back to the top. Sauer going to be smacked in the face. And she will come to the line as that pitch is at the bonus mark. McLaren will pick up her 3rd.
Foul on number 22 for Hemingford. Eris McLaren makes her 3rd. Reese Sauer to the line for Mitchell.
Reese Sauer to the line for the Tigers. Her 4th appearance, can't knock down the 1st. Sauer back at it, right-handed jumper, or right-handed free throw won't go, spit out to the right side. 32-21. Mitchell leads by 11. Ball batted around, and now Sauer going to pick it away in the backcourt. Trying to go coast to coast for a second time. She won't be able to do so here. Ball batted around, last touch by the Bobcats, will stay with the Tigers. Right side, jumper on the way for Ellie Pato, can't knock it down. Ball bounced around, and it's going to go in the hands of Schwery after it was batted back into play by Hitchcock, and Swanson won't be able to track this one down. It's going to stay with Mitchell, last touch by a Bobcat. Jolie Schwery will trigger it in, hoop to her left side. Sauer has it. Sauer bounce pass to Schwery. Schwery from the left side has her shot blocked away, and Selman's going to come away with the ball. 32-21, 45 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. Talon to McLaren. McLaren surveys. And that ball going to land in the hands of Talon after her first hit Morales. Talon's jumper from the left side won't go. To the right side of the lane it goes. Ball still loose. Reese Sauer going to be fouled as he goes to the floor. Eris McLaren on the floor. Looks like she'll pick up the foul. That'll be her 4th if that is the case. It is the case. McLaren picks up her 4th, and we're going to the opposite end to shoot bonus shots. Reese Sauers first. Can't get it to go off the back of the cup. Her 5th trip to the line in this contest. Into the contest for Hemingford is Berkeley Davies, excuse me. Sauer back to the line. Her righty shot won't go. She airballs the free throw, and she can't believe it as she walks away. It's one of those days at the line where if you're Reese Sauer, you just want to walk away and forget about it. 32-21, 22 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock off here in the closing seconds of the 3rd. Talon feeds Davies. Davies down low to Selman. Selman can't get it to go on a runner. And that ball going to be poked out of play. Going to stay with Hemingford underneath their basket. Hitchcock will trigger it in. Hoop to her right side. Stacked in front of her with a Selman at the top of the arc. Selman crashing down. Going to have this ball taken away. Sauer trying to go coast to coast. 9 seconds on the clock. Pumps the brakes. Feeds Morales on the right side. Morales lays it in for 2. And the Tigers with 4 seconds left. Looked like they may have just extended their lead as we head to the fourth quarter. That is the case. Amy Morales with the exclamation point on the third quarter. Mitchell leads at 34-21 over the Hemingford Bobcats in this girls' fifth place game on KNEB TV.
Conference basketball tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Trey Harmer back with you as we're just about set for the fourth quarter in this fifth place contest between the Bobcats and the Tigers. Tigers currently leading at 34-21, trying to extend their winning streak over the Hemingford Bobcats that dates back to 2016. Stay tuned. After this, our second of 6 games today. It's the boys' fifth place contest between the Gordon Rushville Mustangs and the Hemingford Bobcats. After that, our girls' third place game between the Morrill Lions and Gordon Rushville, then the boys' third place game between the Mitchell Tigers and the Morrill Lions, and then the championship games between Bridgeport and Kimball coming your way beginning at 5 o'clock approximately. Mitchell will have it out of the quarter break. Morgan Pato will trigger it in. Kate Pieper standing beside her waiting for the inbounds pass. Pieper into the front court, passes left, Pato. Pato back to the top. Morales is Evelyn Morales, right side. Pieper driving baseline, trying to feed back to the top. Evelyn Morales, she'll get it to her. Now she's stuck on the left block, feeds out Pieper. Her long two on the way, can't knock it down. Scuffs the side of the iron, ball still loose on the floor. Horstman and Morales getting tied up, and now Davies has it after a scrum. 34-21, Bobcats back on offense for the first time in this fourth quarter. Kumpf back in there with 4 fouls to begin this fourth quarter. Kumpf, head fake, now dribbles one time on the baseline. Davies, now Thompson, long three on the way, overshoots it, can't knock it down, and the ball going to go to the Tigers as Sorensen goes to the floor. Sorensen pops back to her feet. No worse for the wearer, it appears. On the floor for the Tigers defensively as they retreat, it's going to be Kate Pieper, Caitlin Keener, Morgan Pato, Sophia Pitts, and Evelyn Morales for the Hemingford Bobcats. I should say the Bobcats defensively. Sorensen, Davies, Horstman, Thompson, and Kumpf. Morales has it. Feeds left side Pitts. Pitts looking, takes one dribble on the baseline. Defender in her face is Kumpf. Morales catching a release 3 on the way. Can't knock it down. Scuffs the inside of the iron. Ball batted around. Horstman had it for a moment. Now ripped away by Pitts. Pitts now getting tied up with Kumpf. Going to be a jump ball going to the Bobcats.
Jump ball. Possession to the Lady Bobcats.
34-21. Just inside of 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Glad to have you along as we continue coverage of the Western Trails Conference Tournament. Right side, Sorensen takes a couple of dribbles. Now feeds Davies. Davies, right wing, feeds Horstman left side. Horstman's jumper from just outside the lane is off the glass and through. Dakota Horstman's first field goal, first points of the contest come here to begin the fourth quarter. 34-23. Pato to Morales, able to corral it with one hand before it goes out of play. Bounce past Keener at the left elbow, now feeds Pieper on the right wing. Pieper just inside the arc, now going to drive the right side. Her jumper from the right side won't go. Keener comes away with the rebound, can't get it on the putback. Ball loose on the floor, Morales has it, gets tied up with a Bobcat. It's going to be Mitchell ball after the jump. Evelyn Morales to the bench for the Tigers. Reese Sauer in. Sauer at the right elbow, takes one dribble. Now Pato, right side Pieper. Pieper catch and release, long two, can't get it to go, scuffs the side of the iron. Pato's put back on a jumper, won't go. Pitts now from underneath the hoop, can't get it to go. Now the third chance also won't go. Finally rebounded by Kylie Kumpf of Hemingford as they return to offense. Sorensen trying to work in transition, will have to pump the brakes on the right wing. Trying to reset the offense. Instead, she'll feed to Thompson. Thompson fading away from the basket. Can't get it to fall as Pato comes away with the rebound. And a travel on Morgan Pato. Gives it right back to Hemingford underneath their own hoop. Sorensen trying to step into a three, won't be able to as Sauer blocks it away. Now Pieper trying to go coast to coast. Two defenders collapsing on her, can't lay it in. Sauer there, can't clean it up. Pitts underneath the hoop, has it knocked away. Who it'll go to? It'll go to the Bobcats after that scrum. Gordon Rushville players underneath the hoop. Got to meet Kate Pieper as she ran into the crowd, and they have a bunch of smiles on their face on the Gordon Rushville side, on the left side of the floor. This ball going to be stolen away, still loose on the floor. Reese Sauer finally going to get tied up. It's going to be a jump ball. Going to stay with the Bobcats.
Lady Bobcats.
Sorensen has it. She'll bring it up the floor. Right side now, Thompson. Thompson back to Sorensen. Sorensen dribbles towards the right wing, feeds Horseman on the right elbow, brings it back beyond the arc as the Bobcats. Now Thompson from the right elbow flings up a shot, too strong off the glass, rebounded by Pitts on the right block. Gets it to Sauer, who will sprint down the near sideline. Two defenders waiting for her, pushes up the floor. Pato has it. Morgan Pato, right side Pieper. Pieper, three on the way, can't knock it down. It's going to hit the top of the glass, ball batted around, and Pitts is going to have it after a couple of deflections. Now Sauer with a lefty jumper, knocks it through. Reese Sauer. 6 points in the contest. Right side, Jade Sorensen. Ball poked into the sky. Thompson bounced past Kumpf. Kumpf, long two on the way with the right hand. Nothing but nylon for Kylie Kumpf. First point since the first quarter. Up to 6 now in the contest. 36-25. Mitchell's lead 11. Jumper for Pitts from the short corner. Can't get it to fall. Kumpf comes away with the rebound on the right side for Hemingford. Pushes up the floor, Horstman. Horstman working against Sauer defensively. Pumps the brakes on the left wing. Back to the top to Thompson. Now Kumpf. Kumpf with a college three on the way. Can't knock it down, but she's coming to the line for 3 free ones. Kate Pieper going to pick up the foul. That'll be her 4th of the contest. That'll be Mitchell's 1st of the quarter. So Kumpf steps to the line for the first time this morning. Can't knock down the first. Don't even know what time it is. We are in the afternoon, her first trip this afternoon. Schwery and Edwards into the contest at the next break alongside Selman and Talon. Kumpf second on the way. Can't knock it down. Another one on the way. Pitts and Keener to the bench for Mitchell. Davies and Sorensen to the bench for Hemingford. Kumpf's third on the way. Can't knock it down if she goes 0 for 3 at the line. Mitchell gets the rebound. Pato into the front court. 36-25. Pato from the right side. Can't convert. Gets her own rebound. Trying to hit the reverse layup now. She'll lay it in from the left side. Nice job by Morgan Pato to stick with it. Lay it in. Horstman, far side. Back, batted away. Autumn Edwards has a steal. She'll go coast to coast, waiting for a defender to collapse on her from the right side. She lays it in, the senior. Autumn Edwards' first points of the contest come in the 4th quarter of this 5th place contest. And a timeout on the floor will take one with them, 40-25. Mitchell cruising in this 5th place contest at WNCC.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC. Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Aloe.
Isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
Trey Harmer back with you for the conclusion of this 5th place contest between the Mitchell Tigers and the Hemingford Bobcats. Our first contest of the day in this girls' 5th place game. As out of the Hemingford timeout, it will be Bobcat ball. Hemingford 2 timeouts remaining in this contest. Right side, Selman has it. Someone feeds the Horseman on the baseline. Bounce pass inside to Thompson. Going to be a jump ball. It'll go to the Tigers.
Lady Tigers ball.
Sauer across the timeline to Morales now. 3 minutes remaining in this fifth place contest. Evelyn Morales surveys. Now to the free throw line. She'll kick it back. Edwards. Edwards back to Morales. Sauer back in her hands. Ball extended over her head. Feeding a cutting Edwards on the left side. She'll go up strong and fouled as the shot does not fall. She'll come to the line for a chance at 2. First foul of the quarter for the Bobcats. It's going to go on.
Fouls on number 11 for Hemingford. Kylie Coop, that's her fifth.
So Kylie Kump out of the contest.
At the line for Mitchell, number 13, Alamendra.
They're going to correct it and say that foul goes on Isabella Talon, because Kylie Kump standing at the top of the arc when that play occurred.
Izzy Talon just heard third.
Sorensen now into the contest, replaces Horstman. Edwards' second freebie, can't knock it down. Tegan Thompson coming away with the rebound. Talon trying to feed a cutting Kump. She will get stuck underneath the basket. Can't get it to go as it hits the side of the glass. Paytail pushes the tempo up the floor and a pass to Sauer. Sauer from the left side. Can't get it to drop, but Tegan Thompson fouls her as she comes down with it. That'll be Thompson's fourth of the contest. Hemingford's second of the fourth. Ellie Paytail to check into the contest at the next break after this first free throw. Sauer's first, knocks it through. Ellie Paytail takes the place of Morgan Paytail. Sauer's second on the way, converts. Sauer up to 4 in this fourth quarter for the sophomore, 43-25. Talon left side. Kicks out to Kump. Kump long 2 on the way. Rolls over the iron. Rebounded by Thompson as she keeps the drive alive for the Bobcats. Sorensen from the right side. Can't knock that one down on an air ball. Batted back into play. Off the face of Talon as Thompson tries to save it. Instead, Mitchell's back to offense. Morales to Sauer. Sauer 2 on the way. Knocks it down out of a nylon for Reese Sauer. Up to 6 in this fourth quarter. 9 in the contest. Make it 10 in the contest. Talon bounce past Selman, left side. Kump resets back to the top, trying to with Talon. Talon, now foul going to be called on Reese Sauer. She collides. That'll be her first of the contest. Second for Mitchell as a team. Hitchcock and Swanson in for Kump and Selman on the Hemingford side. 20-point advantage for the Tigers. Talon gets it into Thompson. Back to Talon. Talon almost loses it in the corner. Able to maintain and throws it right into Reese Sauer's hands. Reese Sauer waiting for someone to collapse on her. Sorensen trying to get in front from the right side. Sauer can't get it to go. Ball batted around, and it'll be a jump ball as Hitchcock gets tied up with Edwards. Will go back to the Bobcats. Davies into the contest alongside Cale Miles. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. Mitchell leading it by 20, 45-25 in this fifth place contest.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Operated by SkyWisk with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United Miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Trey Hartman back with you for the rest of this fourth quarter. I should say 1:30 remaining with Mitchell leading by 20. Sorensen will bring it up the floor for Hemingford to begin this possession. Gets a screen from Miles, does Sorensen. Looks back to her left, trying to find an outlet. Gets it to Miles. Miles just inside the arc, going to lose the ball, loose on the floor. Hitchcock going to come away with it. On the floor, went out of play with the ball. So Mitchell gets it back. Now a stoppage of play for Evelyn Morales to check into the contest. And Reese Sauer will exit the contest. Amy and Evelyn Morales out there for Mitchell. Ellie Pato, Jolie Schwery, and Lucy Coley. For the Bobcats, it's Davies, Swanson, Hitchcock, Miles, and Sorensen. Inside to Schwery. Schwery from the left side lays it in. Jolie Schwery's first field goal of the contest. Up to 3. 47-25 off the fingertips of Miles on the left side. Turnover, and Eris McLaren will check back in. She'll take the place of Jade Sorensen. 55 seconds remaining in this fifth place contest. Morales right side. Pato feeds to Coley. Coley on the right side, lays it over the side of the iron. And the bench goes crazy for the Tigers. Coley's first two of the contest. 49-25. Davies left side. Uses her dribbles now. Ball batted away by Amy Morales. Bounce pass to Miles. Miles Hitchcock on the left elbow. Drives down to the baseline. Back to the top. Davies. Davies three on the way. Can't knock it down. Batted around. Rebounded by Amy Morales after a couple of deflections. 13 seconds. Now Evelyn Morales on the right side. It's going to be a foul on Davies. Berkeley Davies picks up her first. Hemingford's third of the fourth. With 10 seconds on the dot remaining. Coley will trigger it in. She surveys, gets it into Morales. Goes off of her hands. Swanson rips it away and gets it for the Bobcats. 4 seconds on the clock as we're reaching the conclusion of this fifth place game. Swanson desperation shot at the buzzer, won't get it to go. And the Mitchell Tigers win it 49-25 over the Hemingford Bobcats. So the Mitchell Tigers will take fifth place in this Western Trails Conference tournament. And we will step aside when we're back, round up the numbers, and we're back after this on KNEB TV. Mitchell takes fifth place in the girls Western Trails Conference tournament.
Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
Last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
I would definitely.
Trey Harmon back with you as we wrap things up in our girls' fifth place contest. Mitchell Tigers taking fifth place in the Western Trails Conference tournament by defeating Hemingford, extending their win streak over the Bobcats dating back to 2016. Take a look at your post-game numbers. Kate Pieper leading the way on both sides, 15 points for the junior, 10 points for Reese Sauer, 7 for Morgan Pato, 3 for Autumn Edwards and Jolie Schwery, 4 for Caitlin Keener, 2 apiece for Sophia Pitts and Amy Morales, and 1 for Evelyn Morales to round out your scorers for the Mitchell Tigers. And for the Hemingford Bobcats, they're paced by 7 points from Bailey Selman, 6 from Kylie Kump, 4 from Eris McLaren, 3 from Tegan Thompson, 2 each from Isabella Talon and Dakota Horstman, and 1 from Jade Sorensen as the Bobcats finish in 6th place in this Western Trails Conference tournament here in 2025. We'll step aside, take a break. When we come back here in a couple of minutes, we'll be back with our boys' 5th place contest between the Hemingford Bobcats and the Gordon Rushville Mustangs here on KNEV TV.